Thank you for staying with the Monday Report. So they had careers, relative job security, and a chance to shape their lives however they wanted. But alcohol addiction cost them all that and reduced them to helpless addicts who could not provide for themselves and their families, forcing them to retreat to their backyards and become beggars. But the ongoing program by the spouse of the Deputy President, Dorcas Rigathi, has given them a new lease of life. The program has rehabilitated them and restored their sense of purpose. Mary Mwoki brings you the story of former civil servants who went on the bend, straightened their lives, and are now calling on the society to give them a second chance to rebuild their lives.
At a time when securing employment is increasingly becoming elusive, securing employment in civil service is considered by many as the pinnacle of success, with guaranteed job security until retirement. But for Bernard Kirui, a police officer, all that went down the drain when he got a little too cozy with the bottle. By his own admission, he was good at his job, but his endless drinking sprees kept getting out of control until he got interdicted.
I was good in my job as a police officer until way back in 2013, when I indulged in alcohol through experimentation, leading me to abscond my duties. Then I absented myself for 68 days because of this alcohol problem. I was then terminated from job.
Kirui says his addiction got so out of control that he became a danger to himself and society. Having lost everything, he decided to join the Bomet County Treatment and Rehabilitation Center to seek help for his addiction. It is in this center where he learned how deep his problem was and credits his turnaround to the tireless effort of the staff here and fellow recovering addicts who were putting in the work to turn their lives around. One such fellow is Bernard Kemboi, a former high school teacher whose career was also ruined by alcohol addiction.
I had a weakness. The weakness that I have is that I used to take some 1 or 2 for the road. That is the beginning of my downfall. I could not sleep in the same room with money. Either money is outside or I'm outside, or we're outside together when I have money, because I must go and take alcohol overnight.
Although his lessons were some of the best performed in school, his alcohol addiction was always constantly pitting him against his school principal, who felt Kemboi could not be trusted to safeguard the safety of the students under his care. He received several warning letters to mend his ways, but the deadly beast of alcoholism overpowered him and was not relenting. He sought spiritual intervention and ended at this rehab center. Here, everyone has a similar story, a story of addiction and helplessness. The center hosts men from different backgrounds, all united by a common addiction.
Sasa nilikuwa na 2 addictions. I was addicted to alcohol, and at the same time I was also addicted to drugs, which is bank. Sasa bibi akaona hapa hakuna option. Kuna siku moja nikitoka kazi, ilikuwa kitu 5. Nikapata ashahamisha vitu zake, ameshaenda kwao na aliwacha mtoto.
The three are a sad representation of a recent survey released by the National Registration Bureau, which shows that 1/3 of Kenya's civil servants are addicted to alcohol and drugs. The government, through NACADA, has set up various rehabilitation centers across the country to help in reforming not just civil servants, but any Kenyan who wishes to overcome alcohol and drug addiction and turn their lives around. Leaders have expressed concern that if unchecked, the trend threatens to cause a brain drain in the country.
A large percentage of the people who are currently in session, most of them are professionals. We have doctors, we have teachers, we even have engineers. But the knowledge that they have cannot be put into good use because they have been affected by alcoholism or the abuse of the drugs.
Kemboi and Kirui have successfully completed the rehabilitation program and are asking their former employers to hand them a second chance.
When I went back to them, they told me the only thing we can do for you is when you are fully reformed. and prove to us that you have reformed, then we can take you back to class.
If I get chance to be reinstated back to police service, I will execute my duties excellently. Even if I transfer to even hot areas like Baringo, I will do to my best. And I'm bleeding totally in my heart to reinstate me back to job.
The government has in the recent past intensified efforts to curb the rising trend of drug and alcohol abuse among its populace, with Interior CS Professor Kithure Kindiki warning that security chiefs would be personally held accountable for any lapses in eliminating harmful substances within their jurisdictions. Mary Moki, Citizen TV.